To Sterling High School. Today is the end of our second week of student orientation. I'm joined by Mr. Redman, and we're going to give you the final updates as we go into the hybrid schedule next week. Before we do that, Mr. Redman, how are you doing, sir?
Excellent. Thanks for asking. Had a great summer. Relaxed. Did some family trips, within the state, and ready to rock and roll.
Very good. Excellent, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today. And again, we are going to highlight the hybrid schedule as that begins officially on the 21st. Before we get to that, I want to thank the staff and the students for their efforts in the student and staff orientations. That was staff designed, staff driven, and executed by the staff. Students did an excellent job participating in those as well. And it's just been a great experience. And again, we wanted to highlight safety, training, personal well-being, and I believe that we achieved those things as we finished up the orientation. But Monday is into what will be our norm for the foreseeable future, which is known as our hybrid schedule, where we have blue and silver days. And so we're going to start to review that. So if Mr. Redman, if you will start by pointing that out, and I think you have some graphics for us as well for that.
Yes, absolutely. The 2020 hybrid bell schedule, like to announce that the blue days are, of course, Monday and Thursdays, and Wednesday, Mr. Claybourn is going to go over that, but that's full remote for everybody. Okay. The silver days will be Tuesdays and Fridays. Very
good. So just note your times. You are connecting. If you are at home, whether you are fully remote or it's not your day, then you should be connecting online from your workspace. Blocks 3A, 3B is at 7:20:27 is the start time for that. And then if you don't have a block 3, then you don't log into 8. So one question that came up is, do I have to log into homeroom? No, there's no logging into homeroom remotely. You log in at 8 a.m. or if you're a block 3A, 3B kid, then you are at 7:27. So clarifying that. And then you're logging in synchronously through that. If you look, block 1 starts at 8 a.m., block 2, 9 a.m., block 4, 10, block 5, 11, and you should be looking to connect in advance of that time and be ready to go. Before we move away from that, I just want to speak to the Wednesdays a little bit. So Wednesdays is fully remote for all students and our instructional staff.
Yes.
You are still following the hybrid schedule on Wednesday. You are following block 3 is still on at 7:27. Block 1, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That AM session of the hybrid schedule on Wednesdays is still how you are syncing, and that means that therefore we are syncing 5 days of the week all at the same time. Now the difference in the Wednesdays, other than being fully remote, is that the PM sessions, there is no student PM session on a Wednesday. So all the PM sessions that you're seeing there are not for students on a Wednesday. Wednesdays PM is dedicated for PLCs for staff, professional development, turnkey training, and to start, it's just additional planning time for our teaching staff. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday PM sessions, students should be expecting to log on. So parents, again, your student day is 7:30 to 2:30. It's a normal student day that meets the requirements of the NJDOE. The afternoon sessions, you should plan to log into. It is not for office hours. That's not what it is. Teachers are going to use the PM time for intentional extension of their classroom.
Yes.
The first thing that they're going to check off is any student that was remote on that particular day, that they are connected, that they didn't miss anything from the morning, that they have all of that material, they can answer any questions or maybe do a small group just with the PM. But that does not, that everybody, whether you are in school or at home, needs to plan to attend the PM sessions. Now, the teachers at their discretion are going to use that at the extension of their classroom. So it's going to change down the road, but for parents and students, please plan to be in attendance, synchronously connecting in your PM sessions. What else did we miss with the hybrid
Did you want to
schedule?
review the?
Entrance times.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about the entrance times. So we have entrance locations, which we have piloted throughout the orientation experience. I appreciate everybody complying with that. The different door locations, mainly by where you drive from, your residence. So Stratford, Laurel Springs, Somerdale. I also want to highlight for my seniors or juniors that are driving, remember, you are parking in the Preston Avenue lot, and anybody that drove with you in your car, they're coming up the back entrance of the new gym.
Yes.
And that you will be entering through the new gym. So please park, students, if you're driving yourselves or you have siblings or friends with you, that your entire car parks in Preston Ave lot and you walk up the back and enter into the new gym. After that, please, parents, as best as you can, if you have a single child at our high school, please come per the grade level, if we could show that graphic again, at what time you should be arriving.
Yes.
So if you're a 9th grade student, you guys are the ones, you're our first to come at 7:30. It's very important that you stick to these times. This helps us with our social distancing, managing this gradual entry into the building so that we do not have any type of bottle up. It helps prevent any bottle up on a rainy day. So it's important for you to be on time in those times. So you can see 9th grade's at 7:30, 10th grade 7:35, and 11th grade 7:40. If you have multiple students in your car, I would request that you come at the earlier time. So if you have a 9th grader and a junior, please plan to come at the 9th grade time. Again, we are trying to avoid any bottle up of students later, which may cause an issue, especially if there's inclement weather. But based on our numbers, our gradual entrance, staggered entrance, should safely provide an opportunity for everybody to get in and go through. And we've done an excellent job. Students, Mr. Redman at the doors, with their submitting their screening,
Yes.
as well as the temperature check system, works excellently.
Yes.
If you didn't get to see that on a previous video, please go back and look at that.
Yes, so Mr. Claybourn referenced the entrance locations. So the band hall is dedicated for Stratford and school choice students. The 100 wing across from the store is Hynella and Laurel Springs, Magnolia, and also some of those school choice students coming back from that area. And the 300 wing is for Somerdale. And the new gym, of course, is for the parking, students parking on campus. So we have those areas set where we can address those students. And the main entrance is for late students. If you happen to come late that particular day, you go to the main office and you will be able to come in through the main office doors.
Very good. And we have the self-screening and the temperature check is available at the main office as well.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yep.
Very good. What's up next?
Okay, the mask policy. As you guys can see that Mr. Claybourn and I are modeling the way that we want our students to be here the whole time that they are on our campus. They are to wear their mask in class, in gym class. The one thing that we've been discussing is, there's certain masks that are not appropriate for school because of the CDC has, give us some guidelines. The gaiters are not appropriate for school because of the way it chops up the droplets. And also the masks that have the vents on the side, they release those droplets. So we want everybody to be safe. So we are not allowed to wear those. And of course, it's the same as the dress code. There's no political sayings on masks or anything that's inappropriate, words or pictures. We won't allow that here. Of course, you're coming to school to learn and, be educated. So that's our goal. So just make sure that the student handbook has all that information in it. The other school procedures that I'd like to discuss is the hallway direction. We've been a little lax on it, during the orientation, but in the hallways, we have directional signs. And as the best that I can describe it, you come into the main office, you're going to walk one way down towards guidance. You're going to make a right when you get down to the end of the hallway to go towards the 100 wing. And then you're going to go down the 100 wing all the way down to the science wing. And then down the science wing, if you need to come up to the 200, There are signs there, directional signs. Staff will be in the hallways to assist with this. So it's not anything you have to go, blindly. There's people that we're going to assist you all the way through. And if you need to continue to the 300 wing, you're going to do so by the science wing. And then if you need to go to the gym, you're going to continue down the breezeway, down to the gym, down to the cafeteria, and back around to the main office. So that way, those directional signs are there for your convenience and safety. So we're going to have all students make sure that they are paying attention to the directional signs. And this school year, because of COVID-19, we will not be issuing any lockers. So students will be able to bring book bags, and they can carry their coats along with them to each class. What I am asking is that students make sure that they label all their belongings, just in case something is left behind. We can identify it and get it back to that student quickly as possible. My other recommendation is to please leave all valuable items and large amounts of money at home. Everything you need is on your computer, so you will not need all those other things that you would normally bring to school. Okay, so just wanted to review that for your attendance. Okay, so we're going to continue with the first 10 and the last 10 minutes of class will be restricted as far as leaving to go to the restroom. This school year, we will not be issuing a pass. We have hall monitors, and your teacher is just going to excuse you to go to the restroom. You're going to sign in at the restroom with your ID, and then you will go into the restroom one at a time, for your safety. Okay? Now, the big thing that I wanted to discuss, and I think, Mr. Claybourn, Mr. McCullough have been discussing this all summer, is to make sure that your laptop is charged. That's a big item. You can't come to school and say it's not charged. We need it to be fully charged and ready to go, so you're ready for learning and not trying to get a cord or find an outlet in the room because of social distancing.
It's being prepared for school. It's no different than bringing your textbook, bringing your lunch, bringing your pencil. In today's day, you have to have a charged tablet.
Yep. My next area I want to discuss is dress code, and all this is in the student parent handbook. Please do not wear any ripped jeans or holes in your jeans, and we do not allow slides here at Sterling High School. So please come dressed, prepared, ready for learning. Avoid those things, and you will have a great day.
I would like to talk about dress code
at
home. Right, so we've mentioned this a few times. So you're in a synchronous instruction, it's live instruction. The teacher's going on, you're remote.
Yes.
And you're connecting, and there's some expectations there as well. Parents, you should be helping your student with a secure, safe area that's comfortable, that they can work from. Students shouldn't have distractions in the background. They should be prepared to use the blur feature. Ask your teacher if you're not familiar with that through Teams, the blur feature. You can blur the background so we don't see what's going on in your home. You should not be in your PJs. Teachers should be dressed appropriately, and so should students. And then just a couple other pieces that I wanted to hit as far as live synchronous lessons. Lessons may not be recorded without the explicit permission of the teacher and the building principal. So please note that. Parents, siblings, other household members should not be in the background or participating in the videos with synchronous. And then students are expected in those spaces to follow all school rules, policies, and procedures as noted in our student code of conduct in our discipline guide. Those things still apply, and I believe that in the spring, we did that successfully, and I'm confident that our students will do it successfully again this time. But just parents, please be aware of that and continue to support us in that effort.
Yes. And my next thing I want to review, upperclassmen, if you happen to have lost your ID, you will come to my office. You can get a replacement. You can email me, email my secretary in regards to you need a replacement ID. And of course, there is a monetary amount with that. It's $5 for the ID, and if you need a lanyard, that will be $2 for the lanyard. And the one recommendation for the freshmen that I have, their IDs are not in yet. We're waiting for Life Touch to send us those from their pictures, beginning of school. Freshmen, please remember your ID so you can go right through, sign in, and fill out that survey in the morning. So that is huge for the freshmen. Until you get the ID, you need to remember your ID, save it on your phone, do whatever you have to do in regards to that. Okay. Let me see what else. Anytime that, I come on, because I'm in charge of a lot of areas, but discipline is my main area, I always like to tell students to be positive. Just remember to be positive when you're on your way to school or you're getting online, to be remote. Just think positive things and, just always tell yourself that you're going to do what you need to do. You're going to learn your lessons and you're going to have a great day. And come to see, you will have a great day. So always have a positive attitude. That's going to take you far in life.
And we talked already previous videos that there's lots of challenges with this. Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why we offered that orientation experience, to talk through some of those challenges that students are going through in the society,
yes, in
their homes. But these challenges are opportunities for us. And we're looking to do those things strong together. You're never by yourself. And Mr. Redman, all of us are here to support you. So just piggybacking off of that positive message, positive attitude, there are challenges, but we're going to find ways to provide solutions.
Absolutely. And the other point of contention, please just remember to be responsible for your actions when you're online. As you guys have seen throughout the years, we have, we're going to do some assemblies through the TV and things, just as a reminder. But always remember, what you put online is out there. So you want to treat others with respect as you want to be treated. And if something comes across that you're not happy with or you're upset with, remember we do have Stop It. The students are learning about that and the equity and the Believe in You orientation. So we have Stop It that you can use. You can fill that out anonymously and it goes to the administration, and we will assist you in whatever issues that you may be experiencing.
Yeah, very good. So guidance presented all about Stop It and some of the resources that students have. So thank you to our guidance department. Believe in You, Mrs. B, Mrs. Johnson, and their team have supported with some great activities throughout this orientation. And then, of course, our equity team is knocking it out of the park, providing, again, additional resources and places to have positive and courageous conversations.
Yes.
So before, just to Mr. Redman's point, before you go to post it, let's have a conversation about it first and reach out to some of the resources you have first.
Yes. And I see I missed one of my important messages is keep those cell phones put away while you're in class learning. That's always important. Like I said, the only thing you need is your tablet, cell phones and things you can use when you go home. But just make sure you keep those out of sight and you will be successful. Okay, my next point is, as I try to encourage students, in order to establish an educational atmosphere, it's important that each student conduct him or herself in an appropriate manner. So just be responsible for your actions. Make sure you know what's going on around you. Hold others accountable. And like I said, if you need assistance, we are here to assist you. Sterling High School is really big on assisting students. That's what we pride ourselves in. So if you need assistance, you can email. You don't have to come down to the office. You can use your email. All our staff directories and things are there. You can email us and we will address the issue and help you be successful.
And I saw that you mentioned that extends throughout our property and, of course, online, where we're doing remote. It reminded me, as we're wearing our masks, we want our students to keep that mask on even through the exit of the building into their cars until they have left our campus.
Until they left the campus.
Just, again, you're thinking out beyond yourself and you're thinking about the other person that is eager to come back to school, but they have great anxieties about it.
Yes.
And so we want to please think of the people around you and respect their wishes in in doing that and maintaining a safe environment.
That is correct. Okay, so we want to talk a little bit about fire drills, lockdown drills. Now, we're going to be doing things differently this year because of COVID-19, but we still will have one fire drill, one security drill each month. So just making everybody aware that those drills are still active. And, always make reference to the student parent handbook. If you have any questions or concerns, you would go there first, read it in the student parent handbook. If something still bothers you, you can always contact me. You can give me a call and we will work you through whatever the issue may be.
All right, very good. So final points, just some reflections. On Wednesday the 16th, we did a pilot of our hybrid AM schedule, and really great job, students, teachers, faculty, getting that all done. Some reflections are just a reminder to make sure that you're connected to your Wi-Fi at home. There is a multi-factor authentication procedure which does prompt you to put in your phone so that you can get a text code confirming that the person that is logging in is you. That's a safety procedure that we put in place with Microsoft. So that we posted some information on that. Check out the website for more information on that. But continue to check your school email, right? Your email, we're teaching you to be professional in this 21st learning environment, and that email is your direct connecting to teachers, to guidance, and continue to use that. Check that frequently because they are sending out information through that, as well as through your portal of Teams.
Yes.
Mr. Redman, you had one more thing to say as far as the attitude, I think, or did you say that already?
Yeah, I mentioned that. Like I said, we're here to assist. Any questions or concerns, just reach out to us. You can call, you can send an email, whichever you prefer, and we will respond back to you and help you with the issue. Have a great start of the school year, and as always, go Knights.